Good evening, I'm Lenka DeVor and welcome to Nottingham News. Today's headlines. The Eye gives Greenwood terrorists a bloody nose. The championship results are dogged by controversy. And there's fresh hope for Nottingham's energy security. But first, in tonight's main story, we bring you an update on this morning's successful terrorism operation in which Guardsmen intercepted an attempted raid by Will Scarlett's outlaws. Here's more from I spokesperson Jessie Finch.
Acting on a tip-off, Nottingham guards swooped in on a group of Greenwood terrorists as they raided a van containing weapons bound for the Eye. The terrorists scattered before we could apprehend them, but I can confirm no weapons were lost, and thus the safety of the law-abiding citizens of Nottingham has been secured. The Sheriff and the Eye are resolute in their determination to protect the people of this country and bring the terrorist ringleader to justice. Will Scarlett, we're coming for you.
I couldn't have said it any better. Well done to our brave officers from the Eye. Let's hope that the People's Security Bill passes soon, so we can really crack down on these cowards. Now for championship news. In the wake of the controversy over Zach Mackay's swordsman win, a meeting has been held between the Championship Governing Committee and the Mackay family lawyers. The committee refused to be drawn on the details, but we understand Zach was allowed to retain his title. However, with an enormous backlash from fans and pressure mounting from official circles, with even the Sheriff of Nottingham herself echoing calls for the committee to re-examine their findings, this matter is far from closed. And here at Nottingham News, we back the Sheriff's call. Like our viewers, we believe the integrity of the competition is paramount, and the committee must uphold that integrity. In a Nottingham News poll today, 85% of viewers felt the committee was out of touch with the average fan, while 79% felt that Zach Mackay should have been excluded from the competition. Committee members, you've heard us and you've heard our viewers. Isn't it about time that you listened and did the right thing? And now for some good news. With rolling blackouts increasing over the past decade, there is fresh hope for Nottingham's energy security, thanks to King John's foresight. A new wind turbine farm, designed by the King himself, is set to generate sufficient power to serve the entire inner circle with enough left over for outer circle folks to share. More proof that no one is left out under our King's care. In other news, the crowd at the pits got a treat yesterday when Henry Crowther, proprietor of the Poison Pen, a pro-terrorist underground scandal sheet, was finally sent to face the first fight of his 3-round sentence. Crowther's hunger strike had delayed justice for 6 months, but after a regime of forced feeding, Crowther was declared fit to face his legal punishment. Astonishingly, Crowther survived his first round, defeating convicted murderer Jeremy Ardwick, the Hellhound of Huntingdon, himself fighting for the I understand we went off air for a moment there due to a power failure. I guess it was bound to happen sometime, even to us. So, where were we? Crowther. He survived his first round with only a severed hand and 2 broken ribs, and he's now set to face his first professional gladiator in the second round tomorrow. Should be an entertaining match. I'm definitely... breaking championship news, folks. The organising committee have issued a fresh statement on the Zach Mackay controversy. In due consideration of the fresh evidence... Is this right? Have they verified it? Yeah? Yeah. Okay, well, you're hearing it here first, folks. The committee has rescinded its original decision and banned Zach Mackay from this year's competition. That's the power of your Nottingham news, folks. You speak through us, and the establishment listens. Weather news now, and the red weather warning stays in place, despite Storm Gwyneth dissipating in the North Sea. That's because a sudden and unseasonable heatwave is now coming from the west and is forecast to hit East Mercia this Friday. The authorities believe this has the potential to cause the kind of devastating wildfires last seen in 2003 and advise people in outlying areas, particularly heavily wooded areas, to evacuate their homes and report to the outer circle shelters. No matter where you are, authorities also advise that you stock up on water and ensure all local community fire watch towers are manned 24 hours a day. In celebrity news, more on the troubled Sisters of the Stone shoot, which seems to be more cursed than one of the Blomgren's victims. Since we first reported on the behind-the-scenes clashes, we understand the director of photography and their team have now quit, citing creative differences. And while there have been no more screaming matches between the stars, we understand that Lydia Woollett is currently refusing to complete her scenes after discovering her co-stars, who share an agent, are both being paid more than she is. This story is set to run and run, and as soon as we hear more, so will you. And finally, we salute Outer Circle citizen Ron Sanders, who has come up with a novel way of coping with phone network blackouts thanks to the energy crisis. Pigeon fancier Ron always keeps 2 homing pigeons with him, so he's never out of touch with his family. Isn't that lovely? And given what happened in the studio earlier, perhaps Nottingham News should take a leaf out of Ron's book. What do you think about that, Brian? And that's all the news for tonight. Thank you for tuning in. For more stories and information, go to our website, which is on screen now, and in the link below. Until next time, goodbye, and may Hecate bless you.